Welcome, Kristen here, bringing a reading for the collective for Saturday, July 11th. How is everyone? Wishing you all a wonderful weekend ahead. Today, 7/11/2020. There's a lot going on, and that is true every day and always. However, particularly aligning with the harmonic convergence that is currently happening, we are calling in the energetics for this really wanted to come out amazing. We're calling in the energetics for global unity and world peace, and for the divestment in the military-industrial complex that is supported by shareholders and stock, investments in the stock exchange. If you are invested in the military-industrial complex in any way, it's time to divest and reinvest in the future, in the vision of free energy technology, solar, wind, and these devices that are going to multiply and bring surplus without the extractive pollution and destruction model of living. We are coming together now to remember our gifts and to activate those gifts and to contribute to our communities and to society with those star-seeded celestial gifts that reside within the geometries of your created being, the geometry of your soul. It's a very particular and special, unique geometry. We all look different. We all have a different vibe, a different energy field, and that is there is a geometric mathematic that we each hold. And when we are connecting with healing practices, we are amplifying, we are activating, and we're clearing out and connecting the dots with our sacred geometry infrastructure. And this card, Lost Lands, it's all about reclaiming your memory, remembering your ancient origins, remembering beyond your karmic lifetimes, and moving into your ancient and pre-ancient origins. Civilizations have risen and fallen on this earth for a very, very long time. And we are being invited to remember those gifts and the previous work that you have developed through a living, breathing, animated body on this planet. Maybe it wasn't always human form. Maybe you were a jaguar, maybe you were a winged one. But there were intelligences, that were developed in those previous forms, previous lifetimes, through the eons. And we're being asked to pull through that genetic memory and remember our activation in the lost lands and the previous civilizations. You've done this before. That's our first card. We'll draw 3 of these oracles. Very powerful, very powerful. And these ancient sites, these sacred sites all over the planet, particularly around pyramid structures, obelisks, some of these ancient temple sites are kind of epicenters of social development, society development, where putting yourself on these sacred sites sometimes can activate those memories. there's a lot here, so I'm gonna keep drawing. I know this is kind of a long intro here. Okay, one clear card here for the collective. Very good. Earthed. Learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. So you can see she's got this protective bubble, almost like an egg, around her. And this is a part of like building out the container, building out your energy field through your breath, through pranayama, through mantra. You build that protective bubble, and you learn to generate and utilize your body as the conscious, awake, aware, activated technology vehicle that it is. So you can be in this dimension of Earth, the 3D, ascending into 4D and 5D and beyond reality, so that you are able to keep your vibration, energy, frequency high while still being in the form, and you're not pulled into the entrapment of some of the booby traps and limitations that can be presented from the 3D Earth. Deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. Deep cellular healing is coming out. So through this learning how to be in the world and not of it, and as you activate these healing technologies for your body through the breath, basically, deep cellular healing is going to emanate, and the essence of your cellular quality is going to go through a transformative and transmutation process. Arcturus energy will also be coming in as assistant energies for your healing. So you will be receiving this celestial support. This is a very powerful, deep cleansing. We are in this Cancerian energetic. The sun is in the astrological sign of Cancer, which is a very sensitive energy, very aware. It's the crab, and you know how sensitive crabs are, as they're very aware of the tide moving in and moving out, right? All right, let's get our support cards for lost land, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before, so this recollection of soul memory. What card wants to come through to support this message? And that is, you just can't make this up, Star Seed. Soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. It's recalling, it's remembering your star-seeded being. You are a star seed. If you are listening to this and if you are resonating with my words, you are a star seed. You are one that has come in from the galactic template, from the cosmic template, to support Earth now, specifically in this transition time. You are here purposefully for a mission. Okay. So under the earth, learning how to be human in the world but not of it. I don't often read reversals, but I'm going to in this one because it popped out reverse. It's the Three of Swords, which is a heartbreak. There's so much sensitivity to this. If you are a star seed and you are here in this density and you are witnessing the state of the world as it's presented to us, it's devastating, right? It's devastating what we do to the planet. It's devastating what we do to the animals. It's devastating what we do to our farmlands and soils. It's devastating what we do to each other. And that heartbreak, this is showing us to turn that heartbreak this is inverted, to understand it in a way that is not going to pull you. It's part of like being in it but not of it, not being pulled through that dimension of complete just like anguish and the heartbreak. It's asking you to let the heart be broken open. And when the heart is broken open, we don't contract the breath and stop the production of our T leukocytes in our thymus gland, but we open the breath and we expand and expand our immune system, and we create the antiviral and our own vaccines through that heartbroken, boom, open, okay? We aren't with this Three of Swords reverse, and as we're working with this earthed energy, right? That heartbreak, witnessing, we must witness, we must see it, but we must allow for that contact of witnessing to not drive us into depression, but to let that awareness be almost a reason to breathe deeper, right? A reason to bring more life to this world, because you witness, you see the impacts of a fallen society, of a fallen consciousness into a deep stupor of ignorance and apathy. And let what you witness be your impetus, your catalyst, your energy drive to be the change you want to see in the world, to stay visionary and to stay earthed yet protected with your high vibration energy frequency bubble that you create through meditation and anchoring in that high priestess energy. We're going to go ahead and allow this Seven of Crystals to be a part of that earth in order to be in that protective bubble there. The meditation is very important to be the visionary, to hold the vision, to not let the heartbreak steal your vision of what you see as the ultimate, optimal vision of peace and unity and harmony and transcendence and creative, fully expressed capacity of the human mind, body, heart, soul complex in balance, in harmony. And that will put you into, actually we'll go ahead and transition the High Priestess over here into this deep cellular healing energy. Putting yourself in the seat of the oracle, of the shaman, being highly receptive, allowing that place of pure being that is very attuned and very receptive to the high octave frequencies that might be flowing through from Arcturus, from Pleiades, from Vega, from Andromeda, right? From the benevolent reaches of our galaxies and cosmos that are wanting to signal and send messages into the planet, that when we are open and when we can hold ourselves in that kind of protective bubble that we self-generate through our spiritual practices, that we are able to be the receiver of these cosmic pulses coming through. If you're not, they might be flowing through, but if you're not in the position to receive them, you miss them, right? And they might kind of bounce through your system chaotically, and it might cause distress, duress, anxiety, freneticism. So when you do the meditation, you know, and you really cultivate and anchor into that star-seeded energy, and you do your practices, you do the exercises that are going to put you into that place of perfect peace and perfect harmony on that cellular level, then you can receive the cosmic energies that are flowing through the planet, bouncing off the iron core, nickel core, crystalline core of the center of the earth, and you can receive them through your body, above and below. What's above is below, what's below is above. It's running through you as high priest, high priestess energy. Okay, what else? These Lost Lands card, this Lost Lands card, we want to, the Star Seed came out with that, so it's remembering your soul origins. And we get with the Star Seed the Knight of Wands. So this is asking us to take action on the memories that you retrieve as you remember and you retrieve these gifts and these aspects of yourself into the now, and in through inspired thought you want to create inspired action. So, receiving and having the knowledge and having the information is wonderful, and it's so exciting. And the Knight of Wands is saying, okay, take action on that. Create, be a creator of this vision, of this new earth paradigm, of the golden age, of the Aquarian age that is happening now. It's happening now. I'm going to take this Three of Crystals with the earthed energy, with the practice of meditation and transmuting the heartache, heartbreak of being alive and human. Now, we move into the Three of Crystals. So we move from the Knight of Wands into the Three of Crystals, which is saying taking cooperative action. The Knight can move quick and fast, but we want to work in community. We want to cooperate and co-create and collaborate this new earth together. This is not a time for the lone wolf, lone warrior. We are here to be and breathe and uplift and support one another. Three of Crystals is saying, Knight of Wands, don't move alone. Work in harmony, work together, in unison, unity, with the global community that is waiting for your gifts to shine. And then with the High Priestess, we have the Wheel of Fortune coming up with the deep cellular healing. So you will be called, as you receive this Arcturian energy, as you receive these higher dimensional aspects of self, the wheel is turning. You will be called in a direction that will be very intuitively guided by your higher selves and your guardians and guides. I feel like I should keep going. Let's get a little bit more information here under the Knight of Wands. How can we... Okay, the Page of Crystals really wanted to come out. I saw that at the bottom of the deck earlier. So underneath Lost Lands, Retrieving Soul Memory, we have the Star Seed, then we have the Knight of Wands, and then we have the Page of Crystals. And so with the Star Seed, it's the 0. It's the first card in this deck, okay? And then we have the Knight of Wands, which is moving forward with swift action, taking instinctual response to your visions. You have the vision, follow the instinct to take action. And this Page of Crystals says that you're like a child, like you may be an ancient, wise one, yet you are like a child. We are all children on this earth, and we're here to play, have fun with it, enjoy the process of the rediscovery, because now is a new time. We aren't, 5 million years ago, we are now. And so really allow for the joy of being a child again and again and again, to be full of play and laughter and creativity and innocence. Yes, and to be methodical about it, to be very responsible for your creation. The Knight of Wands can be hasty when unchecked. So these actions we want to take, we want to really have a sweet and strong and wise foundation. We might be ancient beings, yet, learning all over again as a child, and we want to begin again and again and again and have that fresh, innocent perspective of openness, of curiosity, of play, and to also hold the energy of responsibility to the creation. We want to combine that childlike innocence with our star-seeded essence. So it's this combination of being so ancient and reclaiming that memory, and allowing that memory to newly inspire and teach this form. So under the earthed energy, we have the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands is telling us, yes, this is a time of great tensions, great polarities, great conflict. That conflict, you need to know your seat, your position. What is your stance? What is your anchor point? What are you, how are you going to participate in the stage, in the grand play? And you want to embody, again, that meditation, the spiritual practices that are going to keep you in that elevated vibration, to keep you in the energetic seat of being cooperative, and to exude the unity consciousness, because through your practices you feel that unity within the very cellular essence of your being. We want to see what the whole picture, the age of deception, and we pulled the Seven of Wands, so it shows me that there is illumination, that there's much unveiling and uncovering of the deceptions and lies and constraints, with that kind of having the veil pulled over one's eyes, and it's being revealed. It's a revelation and kind of a resurrection energy of our star-seeded being. The shackles, the entrapments, the belief systems, the conditionings, it's all being pulled off. The blinders are being opened. It's like, whoa, it's a lot to see. It's a lot to see. It's a lot to realize. The various levels of deception that are just encoded in the old program. It just is the way it is. And from that point, we have the Eight of Wands, that there is a fast moving forward through this portal of your consciousness. There is, when that space, when those shackles and those invisible hooks and cords are released off of you, you're able to see so much more clearly where you've been and where you're going, and nothing's going to stop you. Through the Arcturus, the deep cellular healing, the High Priestess comes in to anchor us as the channel. The Wheel of Fortune starts to spin. There is a Ten of Swords. There is an ending and a beginning. So things will end in this time. There are a lot of endings. The endings of the billion ways that things are going to show up in your personal narrative versus my personal narrative versus, we all have our personal narratives. And there is a great change and great ending and a new beginning in this cycle. And we want to maintain this emotional balance. The King of Cups comes in to support us, saying, stay elevated, stay connected to your heart, master your emotions, right? Let the waves run through you, let life run through you, and don't attach to it too deep, don't attach to it too intensively, don't get stuck on the emotions. There's no emotion that's going to last longer than 2.5 days. The moon changes signs every 2.5 days. You're not going to feel anything that intensively more than 2.5 days. So just ride it. If you're feeling something longer than 2.5 days, you're holding, you're grabbing, you're attaching in, and that's too long. Feel it, let it feel you, let life move through you, and flow on to the next thing, right? We are in big transitions. A big river is flowing right now. The alignments are really coming in strong. And these spiritual practices are paramount, so important for the energies to flow through us with coherence. Okay? The card water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. That is coming in through the line of the soul memory. The soul memory, the Lost Lands card. We have water your garden to support your physical body, with nourishment, with rest, with food, with gentle walks, with deep breath. Just do things, and this is a very Cancerian important thing to do. Do things that are going to nourish and support you. This is a bigger reading than what I anticipated. We've got, what do we want to come through here? Underneath the earthed energy, where we have a little bit more like that heartbreak, the meditation, the cooperation, the mental conflict, the deception being lifted, and then that fast-moving 8 of Wands energy, we have the 7 star sisters, Pleiades, coming in to dance with you and support you and shine that creative blue light. Birthing creations, tapestry of life, expression. Express yourself. It is time to come out, and you might meet resistance, and you might feel a little bit unsupported in ways that maybe you are uncomfortable. Build your relationship, build that being held by the grander comforts of cosmic support. That's ultimately so much more comforting than any human validation could give you. And then under the Arcturus, cellular healing, High Priestess, Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Swords, King of Cups, we have loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. Let it in. You have to open the crown. You have to anchor through your seat and let God into your system. Allow the Arcturus energy to stir you, move you, awaken your cellular memory, and let God in. Let the primordial source, let Mother, Father, God into your system, into your consciousness, and let that beautiful balance of masculine and feminine forces within you just light up your biology, light up the waters of your system. Miracles happen. At the bottom of the deck, it says big picture thinking. So inspired ideas. You're going to be receiving new information, new thoughts, new energies. If you really put yourself into this position of alignment and breathing, working with the energy mechanism of your body to anchor in these light codes, inspired ideas are going to flow through. And we want to take action on those ideas. We want to be creators of our lives and be visionaries of our global future. Okay? So if you want to do personal work with me, I'm available for that. My information will be in the description below. And I wish you all a very safe, blessed, and beautiful weekend ahead of you. Okay, much love.